Hello everybody, and welcome to the Wave Channel 5, Greenville Public Access Television, as we continue our series, Our Town, in conjunction with Main Street Greenville, as we take a look at those businesses and stores that make up the downtown business district here of Greenville, Ohio. I'm Alex Warner. Nick Schmidt, my videographer, is accompanying me here on South Broadway, the 400 block. And today we're going to take a look at Brenda's Beanery. And with us is the owner, Brenda Stump. And Brenda, first of all, let's talk just a little bit about your background, where you're from and what you've done here. And then we'll talk a little bit about how this came to be. Okay, I'm from Bradford, graduated there. And back in the early 90s, I started working at the Salem Mall, started working for the Coffee Beanery, became manager there. Then we had a store at the Salem Mall. I had the Victorian Coffee Shop. I owned that. Okay. Salem Mall fell, you know, it folded up. So I started working for Boston Stoker. Now, is that like Boston Stoker as you see at the airport down in Vandalia?
Yes. I went to Centerville, then I moved to Inglewood store, and then I was one of the managers at the airport store.
So you've had a really pretty extensive background as far as this kind of shop's concerned. So you're from Bradford area. So what brought you back up here then after you've been down in the Dayton area all those years?
My parents.
Okay.
I decided to buy a house, and I was renting an apartment in Trotwood, and I decided to come back up here and buy a place to live, and decided I needed to get closer to my mom and dad.
Now, how long have you been in this location? I mean, did you start here then? You said about 3.5 years ago, I think, yes. Speaking to her earlier.
I worked for Broadway Joe's too. For 5.5 years, I worked for them. And then I started working for La Maisonette. Okay. And he went out of business, and they made me an offer on the business, and I took it. Okay, well, that's great. And then you said 3.5 years. Well, let's talk a little bit then. How is it that you decided you wanted to locate right here then when you started your own business? I liked the location. I thought the store had a lot of character. Mm-hmm. And I knew an awful lot of people from working at the counter all the time at Broadway Joe's. So I was able to bring a lot of customers with me, which was really nice. People have been very loyal, and I appreciate all the business that I've gotten from the people at Broadway Joe's.
Let's talk a little bit about the building itself. So we're right here in this 400 block of South Broadway. You said this, and a lot of people remember this, originally as Fritz Martin Jewelry. Right. So let's talk a little bit about how this has evolved, what different businesses were here before you got here.
Well, it was Fritz Martin's for years. I think it was empty for a long time. Winans bought the building and made it Winans Coffee Shop. And then it went to Pure Chocolate, and they were a coffee shop, chocolate shop. And then it was La Maisonette, and then me. So I'm the fourth coffee shop to be here.
And so you've carved a niche out for yourself here, and we're going to talk a little bit about the business in just a second. You serve, what are your hours here? Let's talk about that first of all, your hours here at Brenda's Beanery.
We're open from 6:30 Monday through Friday till 6, and on Saturday we're open from 8 to 6.
And if you have a phone number or any way to contact you, because you do also special things, you cater events and so forth with coffee and cookies and things like that?
Yes, we do. Okay. Our phone number is 937-548-2326.
And we're going to refer back to those in a little bit here later on. We're going to swing around here in just a second. We're going to talk to Brenda Stump about some of the services she offers, as well as all the different food products. And while I'm thinking about it, so Winans, now are you still tied in with Winans? You carry some of their products or not?
Yes, we do. We carry their chocolates.
Now, where are those made? Where's Winans located?
Their factory's in Piqua.
Okay, because I know they still have several different stores around the Miami Valley.
Right, they do.
Okay. Well, you're watching Brenda's Beanery here on the Wave Channel 5. Nick and I will be back with Brenda Stump in just a moment. Brenda, it's called Brenda's Beanery, but you're a lot of things other than just a coffee shop. So let's talk a little bit about what all is involved here at Brenda's Beanery.
Well, like most coffee shops, we do lattes, we have specialty lattes, we do chais, we have frozen fruit smoothies, and of course our coffee, which we get from Stoff's Roasters in Columbus. We also carry a large selection of Republic of Tea. But the thing that we do, I think, the best is all of the food that we carry. We do a homemade soup every day. We have muffins and scones. Almost everything we do here is made from scratch. We have 6 or 7 different homemade salads every day. We do wraps. We do sandwiches. We get our bread from Bakehouse Bread to do our sandwiches. Okay. And we do fresh quiche.
Now, how many employees do you have? You say you come in at 5:30 Every morning, 6 days a week?
Yes. Yes, I do.
What time do you go to bed at night?
Not early enough.
I grew up on a farm. Even that's early, I think. Okay, well, how many employees do you have here altogether? Part-time, full-time?
They're part-time, and I have 6.
Okay. And so they work various hours and come in and go. How many people do you have that actually help prepare the food then? The same?
No, just me.
You do all this preparation by yourself?
Pretty much, yes.
Wow, you are a busy lady then.
Yes.
Well, let's talk a little bit. Let's talk about the coffee part of it. Now, I'm not a coffee drinker. I don't know how something can smell so good, and yet I've never acquired a taste for it. Let's talk a little bit. What's the difference between a latte and frap and some of those different things? Did I pronounce that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. A latte is espresso and steamed milk with a little froth. A cappuccino, on the other hand, is not like you get at McDonald's. A cappuccino, a traditional Italian cappuccino, is a third milk and a third espresso and a third froth. So it's much stronger and a heavier coffee flavor than a latte.
So what is a froth? And then let's talk a little bit about what espresso is. Espresso is something different than just regular coffee, correct?
Yes, it is. Okay. Espresso is made on our espresso machine, and it's 7 grams of espresso packed into a metal portafilter, and the espresso machine pushes the water through the coffee, and it brews about 1.5 ounces of very strong coffee.
Okay, and then the froth is made from what?
Steamed milk.
Steamed milk.
But you have to steam it just right in order for it to double in volume and get the froth on the top.
Of course, then a lot of people, they can come in all sorts of different flavors and varieties, and you have regular customers come in, you pretty much know what they're going to order.
About every day. As soon as they walk in the door, I know what they're getting. But yeah, we have a large variety of flavors. We have all of our specialty lattes that we do. We have a Brenda's Buckeye that's a chocolate peanut butter latte, you name it, and we can put it in there.
I think I saw that on your website, Brenda's Buckeye, if I'm not mistaken. So if those are lattes, then the cappuccino is, what's the difference in that then with the cappuccino, you said?
The cappuccino traditionally doesn't have any flavoring in it.
Okay.
And it has a lot more foamed milk on it than just all the milk what the latte has.
Okay. And so in addition then to the different coffees, then you say you also have teas, correct?
Yes, we do. We have Republic of Tea, and we have, I don't know how many selections we have, but we have a large selection of Republic of Tea. We do green teas, white teas, red teas, flavored black teas. We have some superfruit teas that have a lot of antioxidants and things in, like acai and black raspberry, blueberry.
That acai is something that's become in vogue here in the last year or two, correct?
Yes, it is. And our teas are, we've really noticed an increase in sales, particularly on the people getting on board with the healthier things to drink and getting the green teas.
Well, that kind of takes a look at that aspect of Brenda's Beanery. Now let's talk about what we have back here. Nick will get some shots of this later on. But we're looking at all these pastries, and you make all these yourself then?
Except for the donuts. Eikenberry's delivers donuts every day. Okay. But other than that, we do everything in-house.
Now, do you kind of rotate those around? I mean, I'm sure you have your staples, but then you kind of rotate those from week to week or not?
Not the scones and the muffins. We do rotate our pies and some of the other desserts that we carry here.
Okay. So, and all pretty much made from scratch, you're saying?
Just about everything is made from scratch.
Where do you get all your supplies from for that? I mean, you of course, just local suppliers? You got a Dayton area or Cincinnati, or where does that come from?
I order most of my stuff from GFS and Trotwood. We get a truck every week, and then everything else is at the grocery store. Because we do so many fresh things, you have to go to the grocery quite a bit.
Yeah. Okay, and so a lot of people then, as they come in, now do you also offer breakfast items in addition to the pastries or not?
We do have quiche.
Okay. And that's all made to order, or do you just have a couple different kinds, or what?
We have 4 kinds, and we make it and put it in the case, and then we can heat it up for you.
Okay. And so that's the early morning crowd that comes in. They're coming in to get their coffee, jumpstart their heart and everything, get the pastries, the quiche. So that's the early morning crowd. And then at lunch, and this kind of surprised me, I didn't realize you had that big a lunch kind of crew and so forth, because you say you make a lot of different soups. They're all homemade in addition to salads. So let's talk a little about how the soups are chosen and what ones you have and things of that nature.
Okay, we do beef vegetable soup. We have a beef pot pie. Today we have taco soup. Thursdays is stuffed pepper soup, and Fridays is always chili, which we won the chili cook-off contest with our chili recipe in September. Plug in.
Any secret ingredients to that?
I can't tell you.
I do. You'd have to kill me, wouldn't you?
Right.
So you have certain days have certain soups. Do you throw something different in, seasonal kind of thing, or not?
We do. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is a variety of things that we fix, and then Thursday and Friday we do have our staple soups.
Okay. And then you also said you have salads, so let's talk about the salads a little bit.
Well, we do broccoli salad. We have a broccoli cauliflower. We do chicken salad. We have a couple of different pasta salads that we do. Fruit salad, and before long we'll be having fresh fruit salad when the fruit is nice.
Okay. So you're really then kind of hitting everybody, something for each person as they come in, a little something different each time, right?
Yes, we do. We rotate our salads out.
Okay. Well, that's taking a look at like the breakfast and lunch crowd, and then you also have those available. And you say you're open till 6 at night, 6:30 in the evening?
Yes, we are open till 6.
Well, obviously you get some people stopping in after work or coming in for a quick lunch or dinner, I should say, or else you wouldn't be open those hours, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. All right. We'll be back in a little bit because then we're going to take a look at some of the other stuff that they have on display here for sale here at Brenda's Beanery on South Broadway. You're watching the Main Street Greenville series here on the Wave Channel 5, Greenville Public Access TV. We'll be back in just a moment. I've already talked about how originally this was a jewelry store here, Fritz Martin's Jewelries. I think they had a taxi business up here for a long time. And so when people come in, it's certainly different inside than it was when it was a jewelry store. But one thing you said, you have some original artwork here on the walls and so forth.
I do. Susan North painted the 3 canvases above me, and she also painted the mural on the wall.
Okay. And of course, Susie North was a well-known artist and painter around town and had a tragic accident that resulted in her death. That's been probably, what, 2-3 years now, if I'm not mistaken. So come in and take a look at that artwork. And then, you know, something I noticed up here on your little thing, are those tiles or what are those? It says cafe up
No,
here.
I think that's wallpaper.
Oh, is that wallpaper?
Yeah.
Well, you know, that's me. I don't know the difference between wallpaper and tile, but it sure looks good. And yeah, you got it really well decorated. Did it take you a lot of time, or did you just kind of fill in from when Winans had left and La Masonette?
No, we've spent quite a bit of time decorating the store and putting pieces together.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had Donna Nip come in, and she's a really good upholsterer, and she made all my fabrics for the window and all the fabrics up above on the mezzanine level.
Yeah, it's very nice in here. How many people can you seat in here? 20, 25 people at a time?
30.
30, okay.
Yeah, and then the upper level seats 14.
Okay. Now, do a lot of people come in and they buy their lunch here, and then you have some to-go business, I'm sure, out of that also?
Yeah, we have a lot of to-go business.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Okay.
people do come in and sit and eat and take their time and not be rushed. And
Okay, well, it's real nice in here. I know it's a real nice atmosphere. I mean, we got Tim Pollitt's over here working on his computer, and we got the Mendenhalls down here, and he's trying to recover from a tough workout at the Y. So people drifting in and out. I guess I can call them drifters, right?
yeah, they're drifters.
Okay. Hey, we'll be back just a little bit.
Some of my customers I might say something else about, but
Yeah, I'm sure you would. We'll keep that off there. Anyhow, we'll be back just a moment with more here from Brenda's Beanery on South Broadway. Homemade pies, another specialty here at Brenda's Beanery. What kind of pies do you have here? Are those like regulars on certain days, or you just kind of throw it around seasonally, or how's that work?
we do seasonal pies. We do the sugar cream pie all the time. We have the butterscotch pie and a peanut butter pie. And then we also do some fruit pies, cherry, apple, and once in a while we'll have a black raspberry pie.
Yeah, nothing but high calories in this counter over here, right?
Yeah, you're right. I don't take the calories out.
I was going to say, that's what makes it good. While I'm thinking about it, you do special things. People come in and say, hey, we have this event or that event. You do any kind of catering or anything like that?
Yes, we do. We also rent out air pots. So if you need an air pot of coffee or hot water and we supply the teas, we can do those. We also do cookie trays. I do mini scones. We do mini muffins. We did some fruit skewers over the weekend.
I know in the past you've done things like for Dark County Center for the Arts and so forth. You supply stuff up there, correct, if I'm not mistaken?
Yes, we do.
That's what I thought,
Yeah.
Okay. And so, yeah, go ahead, I'm sorry.
And just like we're going to have several trays out for the March of Dimes. I donate things for those events.
Okay. Yeah. Now, so we got all this, and like I said, boy, you know, it's only 10 o'clock in the morning when we're doing this, but I'm about ready to stick my face in 2 of these pies right here. Let's talk about some of the other things. What in the world is all this selection of stuff here? We've got bottles full of all sorts of things. What is all this stuff?
Those are all syrup flavorings, and we put those in our latte drinks, and we also make them for retail so people could come in and buy them. They're also good in tea.
Oh, really? So you can just add some. And so, I mean, we got all sorts of flavors here. I mean, peach, orange, strawberry, Irish cream. That always goes good with some different things, I know.
Yeah.
Cinnamon.
I don't have any other different things here, though.
There's no liquor license here, right?
No, unfortunately not.
Anyhow, all these different syrups, and then there's all sorts of displays up and down. And you said something about another part of your business you've kind of incorporated has to do with dog treats and things of that nature. Let's talk about that.
Okay, I have a company called Yappy Treats, and I make gourmet dog treats. We also have some vitamins and additives that you can put in your dog's food, and then we have some other little trinkets, little collar tags you can, put on your dog's collar, and some other little things back there to sell.
And so obviously that just adds on to your revenue stream then. Anything you can do to produce revenue and that the public wants and buys, you've got it, right?
Yes, we do. I actually, my bakery for my dog treats is at my house.
And it's called Yappy Treats. Is Yappy Treats the name of the business?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay. So you come to Brenda's Beanery, you get Yappy Treats too here. Well, we're going to take a look now. Let's talk about the candies. Now, these all come in from Winans, and you say their facilities over in Piqua, Ohio, correct?
Yes, it is.
Now, you have a pretty wide selection then, carry most of what they produce?
Well, we can't carry everything they produce because they have a huge menu, but we carry several varieties of candy. We have buttercreams, we have chocolate cherries, and the Wordles, of course, is probably one of the most popular. We have salted caramels, we have milk chocolate caramels, and almonds, chocolate almonds.
What is it about the sea salted caramels? You think that's a strange combination. Boy, I tell you, it tastes great. What is it about it? That's just a salt and sweet kind of thing?
Yes. You get that caramel, and then you add that sea salt on the top of that, and it's that sweet, salty flavor. Okay.
So they can come in and buy them by individual pieces or by a dozen at a time or a pound at a time, but then you also have boxed items that are all ready to go, correct?
Yeah, we do. We can box anything up for you.
Okay. Then I see down the way here, we also have, little teapots and things of that, pottery that you have available for sale?
Yeah, we have teapots and teacups. We have tea canisters. We also have a few for loose leaf tea. We have the infusers.
Okay. And then you also, I'm just thinking of things as we go here, you also have an upstairs meeting room that's available for the public to use, correct or not?
Yeah, it seats about 14. And you can just come in and use it. If you're going to have a meeting, it's good to let me know so I can put it on the book so somebody else doesn't come up and use it.
Right. Okay. Well, this has been Brenda Stump here at Brenda's Beanery here on the 400 block of South Broadway. And also, I see you've got big jars of coffee along this other wall over here. Can people come in and say, this is what I want? I mean, is that how you make your coffee products and so forth? They pick it out, and then you go to those jars, or is that where they can come in and buy it by the bag or something?
Yeah, that's by the bag. It's by the half-pound, quarter-pound, or one-pound bags. We have 33 varieties of beans here, which is probably more than about anybody else in Darke County. We get our coffee from Stoff's in Columbus. They do a wonderful job roasting their coffee, and the flavoring oils that they use are top-notch.
Yeah, this is probably the best smelling place in Darke County, right?
Yeah, I get that when I go out other places, too. I smell like coffee.
Yeah, I bet you. That's some new perfume you have on?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Well, it's been interesting talking to Brenda up here, and if you folks out there want a good cup of cappuccino or frappe or latte or anything, and then the lunch business and the evening business and the homemade pastries and things like that, you want to get up here and talk to Brenda Stump at Brenda's Beanery. Anyhow, we're glad you could have joined us here today. On behalf of Nick Schmidt, my videographer, I'm Alex Warner, and thanks so much for watching here on the Wave Channel 5, Greenville Public Access TV, as we continue our series of those things that make Greenville, Ohio, our town, as we take a look at the downtown district in Main Street, Greenville. Goodbye, everybody.